Hello, welcome back. Alright, we're going to do a video on Str Rose Eza. It looks pretty good. We're going to do we're going to do some docking events, we are going to do some Super Battle Road, and we're going to try a red zone, see how well we can hold up. Let me get there. Okay, we're back. So, okay, great. We got both roses actually in slot 1. So what I'm actually going to try and do in this video is I'll be able to do a nice comparison between the STR and the AGL, both of which also give support. Whether an AGL Rose is giving attack, this one's giving both defense and attack. So we'll be able to see how great of a support we are as well. Okay, so off the slot, turn 1, we have 183k. I should explain that this one is pretty much full level 10 links. So we are triggering Fear and Faith, Prepare for Battle, Nightmare, Disney Future, Big Bad Bosses, and Fierce Battle. Of course, without that, we are down to 141k. So we gain 40k defense. Don't forget, this guy gains 50% on super attack, and he will gain 50% more and super effective against all types if you place this dude right here. We're going to try and do right. But outside of that, if you check out the 108k for the LR Goku Black and Zamasu. By the way, this is prior to the EZA, so these numbers will only get better. So we're going to attempt to actually take this guy down in 1 to build on those stats. Now, Rose, on the other hand, the AGL one, he gets defense on his super attack by 30%, but he gains 15% per attack received to 120. Now he can top out at around 100, about 200k, so we'll see. Brilliant. I missed that one, but right there, more importantly, we have got him. Right, okay, so I'm sticking with this Bojack event, because this Bojack event, you can, as long as you don't take down the rest of them, you just focus on Bojack, you can actually stay in this a while and begin to build up and get a good few rotations. I'm having to bring Super Heart only just because the time travels lead, so there's no Goku Black or Masters anywhere. Alrighty, so let's see what we got for this rotation actually, because I'm curious to know, because this guy in particular is a great buff for this guy. So let's see what we got for this one. Let's see, 94k, that's not too bad. So 94k, and this guy will get their defense on super attack to the tune of 30%. Let's see if we can get him in 18p. This guy, we're going to go for Bujin because he seems to stun, so we definitely need to take him out. I will then also attack him as well, and then everyone else will just go for Bojack. So as long as the rest of the field is alive, this event will carry on. Alright, it's a good job. Okay, doesn't look like he's going to have enough to take him out. Oh, he kind of does. I thought of Rose there with a 5.8 million, by the way, and I have no use into this guy, by the way, and he's able to give ass. Okay, perfect. We took down the most threatening one we could. Right, coming back around, he's going to have 50% more to his stats because he delivered the final blow. We're now up to 275k. That's crazy. I mean, this guy, by the way, I should explain, this guy for me is only at 79%. He does have all his links, so he is getting Big Bad Bosses triggered in there. But yeah, he is giving 50% to both attack and defense, with both of these people on here are realm of gods. Even Goku Black, the means Goku Black is up to 81k. But more impressively, 275%. He will get 50% on top of that, and not only that, he's now super effective against all types. So we can now just see what we can do. We'll continue to attack Bojack for a couple of rotations. We'll let AGL Road build a little bit as well, and we'll see what we can get to, okay? Hopefully this isn't a seal or a stun in any capacity. It is, okay, low his attack, 6.23 million, and his attack was lowered. Bear that in mind, that is ridiculous. 6.5 million and his attack wasn't lowered. You know, if his attack is still lowered on the next turn, I will actually, and then 2.76 for that, but not too much bother with them because they're going to be EZA. If his attack is still lowered, I'll use essentially more negative effects. And 2 million for Goku Black. And again, his EZA will probably be one of the most outgoing in the future. He was the original Time Travelers, right? The original Time Travelers category lead, and they're slowly going through them all, right? But they'll probably wait for this guy to, much like the Pinnacle Super Vegito, they'll wait for these guys to come out and be insane, right? Okay, so let's see. AGL Rose is looking at 58k. You'll have him on with a little bit of support, and you're getting 75k. From this, he's getting Fear and Fate, Big Bad Bosses, Prepare for Battle, Nightmare, Future, not too bad. I wish I could save all of them for Rose. We'll see. We'll quickly blitz through this one, and we'll see how what the next rotation is looking like for STR Rose. Not able to build up much with AGL Rose. We'll figure out on the other events. I'm more interested in this next one. Oh, without being still to see it. Oh, okay, that's fine. 5.36. This guy, by the way, 5.36, and his last one was 5.8. No dupes, this guy is still rocking on a bunch of power. Alright, this will be the last one in this. Let's see what we're getting. 303k. So he's up to 303k, and I'm not too sure if Super Hearts is actually doing anything or what. If he is, we will lose it when he transforms. We are now down to 275k. Super Hearts was giving everyone a buff, but I'm mostly impressed with this guy. Of course, he is easily going to be able to take, he's going to be able to handle himself in Super Battle Mode, which is what we're going to do, right? We will just see what this next attack start's going to be. This will be with no support from Hearts. We get the raw power coming straight from him. So let's see. And his attack is not going to be lower than this rotation. So let's have a look. 6.23. Only with his attack skill is lowered. We'll go for one more rotation, see if that's the case. But most impressive. So he starts off then at 108k with his links, and he ends up with around 60 minutes after he has his super attack, which is insane, right? Okay, we'll watch this. Rare enough to see. He's still pretty cool, right? I don't get to use this guy quite a lot. But yeah, this thing looks pretty fun. Alright, I'll come back when we got the next rotation. Okay, we're back for the final rotation of this one. Let's have a look. He is still rocking 275k. We have AGL goes for the large percentage attack. If you had Texamasu, you could have the 50% to defense, putting him way over 300k, probably way closer to 350k with Texamasu. So we'll go for this one. He is not going to have his attack debuffed. He is going to have a much larger attack buff from those. So let's see what he's going to do. 7 million. Wow. Yeah, this guy's EZA is kicking ass. And this guy's insane. He has one of the highest multipliers as well at 160% instead of using 140 for his super attack effect. It is insane. Don't forget, while he's putting over close to 7 million, his defense in the right amount with like Texamasu could actually be way over 350k. Alright then, I think that was pretty good. That's a good showing. I am going to cut now and come back when we have information of Battle Road. Alright, so we now have him in a Time Travelers Super Battle Road. Right, so I'm going to bring a bunch of units that can help out and a bunch of units that can guard. And this is regular Super Battle Road, but it's still tough because you're going up against 4, then 3, then 4. Even Extreme Super Battle Road, this is quite ridiculous. Actually, this might be a good opportunity to stick him in slot 1. Because it's type neutral and type advantage. So start of turn we have 155k, but there's not really any good links. We got a bit unfortunate there. We are still surprisingly going to get Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Dismal Future and Fierce Battle. If we can take down the Devilman from this, from our type advantage, we will get 50% on top of the 50% of what our super attack effect will be. I'm unsure of what will happen with this 155k, so we'll have a look. Now, a bunch of the units we're bringing are purely just to guard, just to get us through the phases, right? So we are going to go for, let's see, we'll go for you, and we'll spread the attacks out so we don't try and waste it too much. Yes, okay. So let's see what happens. Slot 1, turn 1. Okay, double digits from the type advantage, and 200k from a type neutral. This is before he does anything, and it's not enough to take him out, but he's at 3.8 million. 3.8 million turn 1. That's really not too bad. And of course, then you will see he's taking double digits from then on out on type neutral. So only type disadvantage in Super Battle Road, and that was a super attack, mind you, of 200k. And that wasn't bad actually. That was type neutral. Rather, sorry. So type neutral, he did that pretty well. Yeah, the rest of this we should be fine. If that was the bandages, he probably could have taken us out. But he held his own fairly well before super attack. I'm glad that worked out on that one. I'm also going to bring LR Black because I think that he could have a really big impact with his crazy power. I'm bringing Texamasu. Texamasu is boosting Weapon's defense by 50%. The extreme class ally that we got, right? So as you can see, we're now up to 140k for him. And we switch to that. Actually, it still is the same sort of rates. He is getting a big buff himself. He is not, I have not worked too much on him, but Big Bad Bosses is still active, and of course he is getting a ridiculous amount. Let's just heal up, just so we can survive into the next rotation. We will throw him there, just so he can guard. We will take care of some type disadvantage units, just so we can, actually let's target to make sure, just so we can make sure we keep down alive for the next round, right? Okay, that should be fine. That should be fine. We should hopefully survive this. If not, I can come back. 40k before this guy does anything ridiculous. Alrighty, so 3.5 million, not so bad. He definitely needs he needs his 18 million to do anything about that. Let's see. This might take us down. Oh, he lived. Okay. Alright then. Okay, so let's see. So what's he going to be getting? He's at still 155. Okay, right, so he should be able to take down Devilman right now. I'm just going to heal us up just in case we get taken down. So he's going to be, this is with, so he will get attack on this. That's right, he grows. So let's see what he takes. So he should have more than enough now to take down this guy. And then we'll continue to just take down this guy thing. And then let's see what KJ goes to do for this one. Alright. So now he's got an attack buff, 50% attack buff, and so 4.18. So 4.18, that is with a 50% support to attack. He does take him down, and so right now then he's probably close to that 275k because he's raising his defense, and he's also got the 50% from actually defeating an enemy, right? And not only that, he's super effective against all types. So for now, for the rest of this battle, he's going to have a huge advantage and not going to be slowed down by anyone. His impact on this is kind of huge, because he is giving everyone that 50% defense, meaning everyone is just entirely more. I survived the first phase on normal Super Battle Road with just a couple of centuries. We will enter the next one. Tell you what, I'll come back when we have the right rotation. Alright guys, we're back, and this is going to be a fantastic rotation. So this is essentially turn 1. He has no additional buff, no super attack buff to go into this, but he is getting 50% defense from Zamasu, and he's now up to 224k, only at 79%. So his attack stat might be a little bit less than the 3 million that we saw. So firstly, he was up to 3.8 million, but that was a 50% buff. So we can expect something under that now. Okay, let's actually throw him there so we can take tight neutral. We'll attack this guy, so we actually don't try and finish off this demon lady. I actually forget what her name is. Right, and we will actually attack her. Oh no, we'll stick with this. We don't want to finish her off at some point. Alright, let's see what we get here now then. There's no support items going on. Oh, by the way, in with 4 million, by the way, it's far exceeding what it used to be. Okay, right. So, 5 million. 5 million. No attack support, just with defense support. Over 200k, 224k. He's getting 100k on that, but he's still not getting his 50% for the final blow. So he was able to tank that. So this guy is superb. I would think that even in the extreme Super Battle Road where this is a scary stage, he could definitely, once he's done 1 super attack, maybe even 2, he is definitely going to be able to hold his own. If this guy double supers, he is going to be great. Just to bear in mind, Rose was at 68k, and on the previous event he was only at 98k when he had Texamatsu on him. So this guy's aged off massively. His starter turn is terrible. Alright, I'm happy enough with this performance. I'm going to jump into the red zone and see how he fares against some of the tougher bosses in there. Alright, I'm going to test out the Janemba Red Zone stage. The reason for this is I can't test him in the Broly one because the ATL goes towards the end, right? That would not go well. And I'm going to test him out on this as well because if he can handle his own, he should be able to handle himself when it comes to Shenmue or, Shenmue basically. He wouldn't need him into the Broly one. Right, okay. So perfectly enough, Parts is giving a small amount of support, but mainly Zamasu's here to boost that defense. So he's up to 234k, and that's just with Zamasu, and that's turn 1. We have Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Fierce Battle, Nightmare, Fear, and Faith. Don't forget, he is giving a slight buff to his heart, it appears to be. So let's see how we can fare in this. I chose this because this is a nice quick stage, it's 2 phases, and a rage war. It's 2 phases really, and so they tend to be much more powerful than the 3 and 4 stages. So if we can handle this, he's looking in a good spot. Super Battle Road and Docking Event will easily do this. So let's see. Perfect! Super attack. This will hurt. It's all about how much it will hurt. 400, that is tremendous. 4.78 though. 4.78. We will not survive the rest of this rotation. 4.78. And a 4.6 from Zamasu. The next attack on this guy will take us out, there's just no doubt. So yeah, alright, I'm going to cut back and I'm going to hope that we don't take a super attack first off, and then we can actually see how to do that, right? Alrighty then, so we're back now. We're going to go into the GT1 because we had wasted through too many attempts just to actually get this right, okay? So here we go. So, let's see. This is the equivalent. Alright, this could be perfect. Alright, so we still have Zamasu, so we're still getting 215k. So without that extra support from Mars, 215k. This would still hurt tremendously. So let's see how much he can tank and how much he can fare. Now I'm hoping not for a super attack off the bat. We want to see how he fares afterwards. Of course, Zamasu taking that type disadvantage in the middle is bad. Not like I need to complete this though, but just see purely how he fares in this. Okay, so we'll just try and see a super attack. Not going to be able to hit, but he still has his own damage reduction. Not a super attack off the bat. Okay, 40k. So now we can see how well he takes this. 40k prior to anything, and 400k still. 4.33 by the way. So 4.33 million. Still able to put up tremendous numbers. And alongside this guy as well, with the extra defense and attack that Rose is giving, he's now hitting way above what it was. Although, of course, the next attack will take us down. We'll see this, of course. Oh, 3 dodge. Beautiful. And let's see how Goku actually survives. And he, of course, as long as it's not a super attack. 3 dodge. You had to see it to believe it. Alright, we would have been taken out right there and then. I shall keep this one going. we'll do this. We'll make sure we get through to the end. I'll hit the type disadvantage so we don't actually take anything out. And we'll see how this goes. Wow. Zamasu with the clutch, 3 dodge that I put onto him. There's a lot of speculation that should you put any amount of dodge onto any unit, versus the crits or the extra damage. And in this case, it's not as if Zamasu was going to take anyone down, and there was no type advantage for him. So in this case, dodge was beautiful. I'm able to keep this showcase going because he had a 3 dodge. Wow, unbelievable. Alrighty, these guys are still fantastic, and I'm 2 of them on the same rotation. I'm just able to just breeze through this phase, return back to Rose. He's still going to have Zamasu, so we'll have to see how he can fare out. Oh, perfect. Okay, so now we are going to hit first, and then we're going to have our super attack. I don't think we're going to be able to take them down. You never know. Currently, we have 5 links, including the most important big bad bosses. Everyone is at an okay amount, but of course, when everyone has their easy A, except for the Texamasu, it will be much higher. 215k still, so that's really good. I'll try and get us some sim-type orbs or something. If we take this guy down, he would have an additional 50% more. I think though it's going to require a double super to crit. So we now have 4.35, so it's a little bit higher this time round. 4.35. Okay, not so bad. And a nice dodge. Okay, let's see how he fares after he supers now. Perfect. 300k. That is still a lot. It seems that he needs to have the final below 50% extra stats, and that is actually a lot for him to become actually worthwhile in this event, right? And there's a massive still taking 100k. We will not survive this unless there's another dodge. These guys are facing a tight disadvantage, right? Even if they do super, they're still taking I'm going to predict around 300k. Oh, no, actually significantly less, but that still wasn't so bad. Alright, we'll come back again and see if we can have another one. Okay, since it's going really well that we've had a couple of super attacks before and after, it's going well for the showcase, I'm actually going to take it into the hardest GT race on the stage to see how it fares, and hopefully we can actually get something out of this. Because Hearts is giving big bad bosses as well, so we're now up to 203k. It's a small buff, and we're just going to test out just the rotation material to see how he fares in this one. Right? He is not getting the extra 50% support from defense from Texamasu, but we'll still see how he fares in this. So let's see. Yeah, the only real support he's getting is big bad bosses from Super Hearts. So let's have a look. This will be the only rotation to do. Oh, 17k is not bad, and a 4 million attack stat to top it off. Only with big bad bosses really kicking in is the major contributor, and then another 4.5 million. This is the first phase though, so it's not so terrifying, right? In this phase you're allowed to load the attack and see this guy because he's going to get ridiculous. So I could go further into this, I suppose. 311k from Hearts is disappointing, but again, he never had a super attack. Right, okay. So unless we can survive this one, which we actually will, fantastic. I'll come back around onto the next phase. Alrighty, we're now on to perhaps the final rotation we needed for this. So we have now Zamasu on this with Hearts. We now have 187k, don't forget. He is probably attack loaded now, defense loaded now, because he took that hit. So this will be the final rotation that we need to see. If he can handle this, he'll handle the next phase and go back to 8, which is substantially harder. But we'll be able to see if as a time traveler on the target or then not, can he actually survive himself. So let's see. We have just under 200k with attacks before and after. We do not need to complete this, and Zamasu will be amazing. So let's see what he does. 38k with his defense lowered, still putting out 4.6 million. This guy not shy of hitting hard. Let's see. Okay. And he's still taking next to nothing. So this first phase and even the second phase is going to work really well for this guy. This is the toughest GT phase ever made. Honestly, ever since some Extreme Super Battle Road stages in Cell Max, these stages have seemed less scary. I'm not so much bothered with that because that is, of course, but this is only a showcase. Okay, so final thoughts for this guy. It's pretty good. He can help out in a lot, and he can even handle his own even in some difficult events. You wouldn't take him into the Red Zone Glory stage, there's an AGL things in that, and he probably will not survive in Cell Max. He can top out at over 300k, but he has to deliver final blow, and he has to super attack first. You can see though in Super Battle Road, he was able to tank with just some support prior to him having a super attack effect. He is going to be largely useful in all these teams. The teams that he is indeed on, where is he? The teams that he is indeed on, we have Realm of Gods, Matara, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Exploding Rage, Grow the Body and Mind, Accelerated Battle, Inhuman Deeds, Out Beyond the Worldwide Chaos. Half of them he is crucial on. Grow the Body and Mind is going to be a huge one for it, right? There's a bunch of fighting legend events which need this category. Although now it can be done with Metal Marvel. Realm of Gods you don't necessarily need, but Tara could be good, Time Traveler and Future Saga, Exploding Rage is a really difficult Super Battle Road, Inhuman Leads, they're all really good than he needs to be in, right? Fantastic unit. I would say he is better built than Tech VB, but remains to be seen to you guys, right? I prefer this guy. He is much needed for a bunch of teams. There eventually will be a much stronger Goku Black, maybe even into one of those EZA somewhat soon in the near future, otherwise we'll have a standalone one. And it'll be this guy who's going to prop him up with that 50% support, right? Yeah, okay. So that's going to be the end of this video. Yeah, I hope you liked it. I hope you found the showcase thoroughly enjoyable. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time.